Hey guys, welcome back to another video on Gamers Edition, and in today's video we're going to be unboxing and looking at my first impressions on the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra 5G. Now in a previous video you guys have seen me unbox and you've seen my first impressions on the normal Note 20. So this is not the Ultra, this was the normal Note 20, and if you guys want to see a video on this normal one, then it'll be right there in the right hand corner. But in today's video we're going to be looking at the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra 5G, and as you guys can see I've got a few accessories on the side. So this is the Spigen liquid air case which I've purchased, and we're going to take a look at this too. And this is just a normal generic Note 20 Ultra see-through case, which you also want to see what it looks like on this. The colour that I have is the frosted bronze colour, and without any further ado, let's get into the unboxing. Okay, so let's put these cases to the side because we will be looking at them shortly, and let's unbox this. Okay, so I have set up the phone with all my details so that we're not wasting a lot of time. And this unit is a refurbished one. You guys can see, I'm not sure if you're going to see on the camera, but you can see there's this plastic layer on the screen which comes from factory, and there's still this sticker at the bottom and on the top. However, the one on the top is less visible, and the one on the bottom is, you can see there's a bit of wear and tear on the charging port because I have charged up the device. But let's put this to the side for now and see what comes in the box of the Note 20 Ultra. So unlike the new Note 22, well, S22 Ultra, which they've now named it, this does come with a super fast 25 watt charger, some AKG earphones which I can show you guys. There we are, you've got the Type C there's the earphones, so we'll put them out, and it also comes with a USB cable. So Samsung, please start including this back in the boxes of the new phones. 25 watt fast charger and the cable. And one last thing that I forgot, in the box lid you actually have the instructions and things, and you have your SIM ejection tool. Okay, so now that we've put the box to the side, we're going to look at those accessories later. Let's talk about what we're going to be looking at on this Note 20 Ultra 5G. Okay, so in this video we're going to be doing a Geekbench test because in the UK we unfortunately do not get the Snapdragon for any of the latest flagship phones from Samsung. Unfortunately, we have the Exynos, and for this particular phone we have the Exynos 990. And other than doing the Geekbench test, we're going to check out the camera, we're going to look at the 120Hz display. So because this is going to be my new daily driver, that's going to be a major difference for me, because my old phone, which I used to use daily, was a Samsung Galaxy A70, which is what I'm recording from right now. So we're going to check out the 120Hz, the camera, a Geekbench, and if you guys want an in-depth review where we go through everything, then stay tuned for that. That will be happening soon. Okay, so first things first, let's actually jump into that Geekbench test, just because the phone is cool and it's got 82% of battery life, which is quite enough for this thing. So let's actually jump into that, and before that you guys are going to see the speed of the fingerprint sensor on this device. So there we are. So it's there's a difference between the Samsung Galaxy A70's fingerprint scanner and this. The A70, if you guys do not know, also has a screen inbuilt fingerprint sensor like this, but this one is a lot faster. It does have a protector on it. It's one of those ones that come from factory, so you guys can see it right there. Now let's jump into the Geekbench test. So we'll place this back here in the stand. We'll accept all of this stuff. So you guys can see everything here. Let me just take out the tripod. Okay, so you guys can see here that this is indeed the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. We are running Android 12, so the latest version of Android. And as you can see, for the UK market, our CPU is the Samsung Exynos 990. You can see the cores, the gigahertz they run at. And let's actually run this benchmark now. Okay, so the benchmark is running, and we'll be right back once it's done. And I'll set a timer to show you guys how long it took. Okay, so the Geekbench is finally complete, And this is the score, so I'm going to just pick up the phone. We're going to check the phone. Okay, so the Note 20 Ultra 5G has no signs of any heat on the back, so it's still pretty cool. And this is the score we got. So on single core we got 904, and on our multi-core score we got 2809. So not a bad score for the Exynos chip, considering this phone is around 2 years old. And if you're not a power user, then this phone is probably going to be perfectly fine for you. Let's just go down a bit more. There should be some other information we could see. Okay, so here is our device, 2809, and the average score for a Note 20 Ultra is 2612. Now this probably has something to do with the phone being cool and us doing this as the first test because it's not heated up or anything. And when we started, the battery was at 82%, and then it dropped to 80. It's just dropped to 70 now when I started recording this clip. So it only used 2% of its battery to do that whole test. And the whole test, so speaking of that, the test took 3 minutes 11 seconds. So didn't take that long either. Now I did do this test previously when the phone was hot, and it got worse than where it says there the average is 2612. Okay, so now that the Geekbench test is complete, now we're going to actually test out the camera. So for the camera, I'm going to throw up some pictures right now on the screen. So I'm going to take a few pictures here and of my gaming setup. And for the in-depth review, I will be going outside and taking some pictures in different areas, in different lighting, in different places where the lighting is different, and seeing how the camera reacts to that. Okay, so now that you guys have seen some photos that have been taken by the Note 20 Ultra, by the way, those photos were taken on the 108 megapixel mode. So let me know what your opinion is on those photos in the comment section down below, and let's move on to the next thing. Okay, so now that we've done the Geekbench and we've taken some photos with this camera, let's actually check out the S Pen. So because I have the Frost Bronze model, I also get this Bronze S Pen. So as soon as you take your S Pen out, you obviously get all these quick functions that you can do. So let's actually create a note so we can check out the S Pen, and the response time, everything like that is perfectly fine. Yeah, you guys can see my handwriting is absolutely terrible. Let me write something and I'll show you guys. Okay, so now that we're in notes, we're on full screen mode. I'm just gonna, it's a lot more comfortable writing like this. And if you have the S Pen on you, you can actually rest your hand on the screen, so it's not going to do any accidental writing, so it's more comfortable for you. So let's just write, hey guys. Okay, welcome. Yeah, you guys can see my handwriting is terrible, but the screen is really good. So is the S Pen, the response time, everything like that is perfectly fine. And you can use this button here. You can use this button to do anything. So I've got it set on what it was from factory, which is the rubber. So if I put something here, I can press this button down and get rid of it straight away. You've also got air gestures, which I'm going to show shortly as well. Actually, let's move on to that now. Okay, so now we're going to be looking at the air gestures, or, well, seeing how they work. So let's go on to YouTube. We'll put a video on from Gamers Edition. Let's put this ring light video on. As you guys can see, I'm actually using that right here. You can see the reflections. Just get rid of these advertisements. Oh, we will do a speaker test as well, a sound test. I do have the Dolby Atmos on, as you guys can see. And you can see the ring light now as well. Let's get rid of these ads. Let's put this on full screen. We'll put it in this dock here. Right, now to use the hand gestures, you can see this has lit up blue right here. Let me just focus you guys in. You can see that area over here where the S Pen is blue. That means air gestures are working. Okay, so what you gotta do for your air gestures is you press the button down and you do some of the gestures. Now I'm gonna show you what the gestures are. So you single tap is play and pause. Let me just zoom you guys in again. For those of you who aren't familiar with the Note phones or the S Pens, single tap is play and pause. Double tap is play next track. Then if you go upwards like this whilst pressing the button, which I'm going to show you guys, that's volume up. Obviously downwards for volume down. To the side is for the... Hang on, let's go back onto it. Oh, because I got the S Pen out, it won't work. There we are. Then this is for the previous track, and then going to your right hand side is for the next track. So let's actually test out some of these. So let's close this menu. And now I want to increase the volume, so what I do, I just simply press this button. Let's zoom back out. I'll press the button and you guys are going to see now. You guys can see the volume just increased, and if I hold it there, then the volume carries on increasing. And now if I want to lower the volume, then 18-inch ring light. Oh, I forgot to mention it is a clip-on ring light. So there we are. Lower the volume. Now if I want to pause the video because I'm watching something and I've got greasy hands and I don't want to touch the screen, I simply just have the S Pen out, and all I can do is just press the button on the top and the video is paused. And if I want to start it again, single tap again, and if I want to watch the next video that I've got in a playlist, then I just double tap. And there we are, the next video has come up. So that pretty much sums up the S Pen for this short review. Now let's move on to some other things. Okay, so as I previously said, we're going to load up a sound test here. Obviously it's going to be no copyright. I do not want to get any copyright strikes. So let's load up one of those. Okay, so I found some no copyright sounds that I can use to test out the speakers on this. Dolby Atmos is on and it's on the automatic settings. So just to quickly show you that. Shout out to my boy Ahmed. Where is the... There we are, Dolby Atmos. We'll hold on to this and you guys can see it is on auto. Let's just zoom you guys in. You can see it's on auto, optimize the sound automatically. Let's head back to YouTube and let's go ahead with the sound test. Now after this, I'm going to switch this to 4K mode, well, the best screen quality possible from the settings, and we're going to look at some 4K video and see how good it looks on this screen. It's full volume. Okay, that's it for the sound test. Now let's move on to the picture quality. Okay, so because I want to take full advantage of the 120Hz, because that is important to me, you can't actually go on, I'm going to show you guys right now. So if you go to settings, we go to display, then we go down to screen resolution. You can see here we've got, so you've got wide, quad, high definition plus, and as you guys can see I've got in full HD plus, because as you guys are going to see now, if I switch it to wide quad HD plus, god that's a long name, you guys can see here that adaptive motion smoothness isn't supported in this mode. Motion smoothness will change to normal. So if I click OK here, we are now on quad HD, and if we go to motion smoothness, you guys can see it's gone back to standard, which is 60 Hz, and I had it on adaptive, which is 120 Hz. However, you guys can see adaptive not supported in quad HD plus resolution, wide quad HD plus resolution. Okay, so anyways, now that we've got on that, let's actually load up some 4K video and take a look at how it looks. Okay, so I found some no copyright 4K videos. We're going to click on this first one. Let's actually lower the volume. Let's put it into this stand over here. I will be taking you guys out of the tripod. So as you guys can see, the quality is on 720p, but let me just take you guys out. We are going to be putting it up to 2160p. So let's click that and it's going to be applied. You guys can see it's applying. Once it's applied, I'm going to start the video again. Okay, so it's been applied. I'm going to hold the phone here for you guys and we will zoom it in. Let's turn up the brightness slightly. There we are. And let's just open up the volume so you guys can hear the speakers as well. That's 50%. I think that's enough. Let's put this thing back down. Okay, and now to finish this off, because I forgot to mention this at the beginning, we're just going to go through the specification I have. So this is the Mystic Bronze version that has 256 gigabytes of storage. So this has 12 gigabytes of RAM. Let's just put that back in. Okay, now just before we finish off the video, let's look at some of the accessories I bought for the Note 20 Ultra. So I bought these two cases. One is from Spigen, it's called the Liquid Air case. And this is just a generic see-through case for the Note 20 Ultra. So let's take a look at these cases. So we'll look at the, let's save the best one till last, because the Spigen one will be more than likely what I'm going to be using. So let's unbox this see-through case. How does this thing open? Oh, I'm just going to have to rip it. Nope. And it's got a pull thing here. You guys don't need to see that bit. Oh. Some stubborn wrapping here. Okay. There we are. I don't expect this to have a really good fit and finish. So you got this foam insert that we're going to chuck to the side. And this is a see-through case. It's got this texture on the inside, probably to grip the phone. You can see the cutouts. The cutouts do not look clean, so if I just focus the camera here, yeah, this don't look clean. I did pay like £1 for this in the UK, but anyways, let's get this in. Oh god, yeah, the phone did not like that at all. Okay, it seems to be in, even though you get this on the side because it does have an edge screen. But it does look nice. If my fingerprints weren't on the back, but it does look pretty nice. This Mystic Bronze colour does look quite nice. Okay, the buttons. If you can hear the clicking, you can hear that it works perfectly fine. Now the S Pen. So I can't. Okay, so clearly this case doesn't work that well with the Note 20 Ultra, because the S Pen does get stuck inside, as you guys are going to see. So I've got the S Pen in. That's actually quite hard to put in as well. If you press the button to release the S Pen, it's actually flush with the bumper, so it's pretty hard to take out. You have to really dig in there with your nail, which is going to be damaging the paint. So this case I don't recommend. So let's actually take this case off. It actually does fit quite tightly though. So let's take this off, put it to the side, and let's unbox the Spigen one. The Spigen Liquid Air case. I'll put a link to this down in the description if you guys want to buy this for your phone. So it's got this nice unboxing procedure. The case comes in this wrapping, frosted wrapping. Then you've got Spigen's design on the inside, and then you've got this textured. What is this? Rubber, would you say, or plastic? Plasticky rubber on the outside. Then you got buttons and cutouts here. Let's just focus that camera. There we are. Not bad, not bad. And the cutouts at the bottom, let's just look at that. So straight away you can see the cutouts are a lot wider for the S Pen, especially the speaker, the charging port, and the microphone. I don't think the case had one for the microphone. If it did, let me know in the comment section down below. Actually, let me just grab it. There we are. Just focus this. Yeah, you can definitely see the Spigen one has... Yeah, the Spigen one's a lot better, especially for the S Pen. So let's chuck this case on. Slot it in. Nice and easy. Grip's a lot easier. Well, grip's a lot better on the sides because it's rubbery plastic. No, not so much on this side. Probably here a lot better because it's got the buttons. And you can see clearly there's enough space for the S Pen. You can see that all there. So if I press this, there we are, comes out easily. This video is not sponsored by Spigen, so I'm not biased in any way. I just prefer Spigen cases. I'd actually prefer that see-through one because you can actually look at the Mystic Bronze colour. But the bumper makes the S Pen quite tricky to come out. And the S Pen I actually use quite a lot on this phone. Okay, so now time for my conclusion. Okay, so now it's time for my conclusion on the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra 5G. Okay, so my conclusion on the Note 20 Ultra 5G is for me personally, it's the perfect phone for content creation and watching videos. The edge screen just makes videos look amazing. And although it has the Exynos 990, playing games on this phone just is buttery smooth, even though it's at least 2 years old now. Playing games is buttery smooth, and you've got that 12 gigabytes of RAM. And the screen quality, if you do put on wide quad HD, looks also amazing, but I will be sticking to the full HD plus because I can turn on the adaptive 120 Hz refresh rate. And as for the sound test that we just did, the sound quality on this phone is amazing because you have one front-facing speaker here and you have one at the bottom. So you've got a full stereo sound system on this. And last but not least, the camera is amazing, so which is a good thing for me because the future of Gamers Edition, the video qualities will be looking a lot better because I will be using this masterpiece of a camera, not the potato camera the Samsung Galaxy S70 has. So you guys should be seeing better quality videos, and you'll be seeing 4K videos at 60 FPS rather than the 4K 30 FPS videos that I'm filming currently on the A70. Okay, so my conclusion on the Note 20 Ultra 5G is it's a really good phone. If you're not a hardcore user, definitely don't upgrade to the S22 Ultra. I was about to call it the Note 22 Ultra then. Definitely don't upgrade to the S22 Ultra if you have this already and it is the Ultra 5G model. Definitely don't upgrade. There's no point, especially if you're not a hardcore user. If you're a hardcore user, then you can consider it. However, I have had some hand-on time with the the S22 Ultra. I was about to quote the Note again. The sides, if you're not a fan of the Edge display, then I guess you'll like this, but the sides, so as you guys can see here, the edge on this Note 20 Ultra is quite aggressive. You can see it curves quite a lot. However, on the S22 Ultra, the bezel is actually on the side. So the black part of the screen is on the side, so you have less of an edge. That depends on personal preference. But for me, and for those of you who are going to be using this phone for similar things as I do, watching videos, content creation, the camera, this phone is amazing for that. Definitely no reason to upgrade. And then you still get Android 12 on this, and you've got a few more years of support for software and updates. And then you have the best thing of all of them, because it's a Note phone, you've got the S Pen. Okay, so that's it for my conclusion on this Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra 5G. If you like what we do around here, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.